Let's talk coffee. From its humble beginnings in the Ethiopian highlands, coffee has become a global phenomenon. It's the second most traded commodity in the world, just behind crude oil. Think about that, a humble bean rivaling the energy demands of the entire planet. But have you ever stopped to think about what happens to your body when you make coffee a part of your daily routine? For many, that morning cup of coffee is more than just a drink, it's a ritual. A comforting and familiar way to ease into the day. The gentle clinking of the spoon against the mug, the swirling steam that carries the rich aroma upwards, it's a sensory experience that signals the start of something new. But with this widespread consumption comes an important question. What impact does this daily dose of caffeine have on our bodies? Is it a harmless indulgence, or are there hidden consequences to our beloved brew? Join me, your trusty science guide, as we delve into the fascinating world of coffee and uncover the truth about its effects on our physical and mental well-being. We'll explore the science behind coffee's impact, separating fact from fiction, giving you the knowledge you need to make informed choices about your coffee consumption. Table of contents. The energy boost explained, coffee and your brain, more than just a pick-me-up. Now let's talk about why coffee gives us that famous energy boost. Our brains naturally produce a chemical called adenosine. As the day progresses, adenosine builds up, signaling to our bodies that it's time to rest. When you drink coffee, caffeine molecules bind to those same receptors in our brains. However, caffeine doesn't act like adenosine, it blocks the receptors, preventing adenosine from doing its job. This gives us that surge of alertness and focus. The body, tricked by the caffeine, continues to produce adrenaline, increasing our heart rate and giving us that familiar coffee buzz. But remember, the caffeine high is temporary. Coffee's effects on the brain go beyond a simple energy boost. Research suggests that regular coffee consumption might offer some long-term cognitive benefits. Studies have linked coffee intake to a reduced risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Coffee has also been shown to improve various aspects of cognitive function, including memory, attention, and reaction time. It's important to note that these benefits are generally associated with moderate coffee consumption. Excessive caffeine intake can lead to anxiety, jitteriness, and difficulty sleeping. While the cognitive benefits of coffee are exciting, it's also crucial to remember that coffee is not just a brain booster. This magical brew has a much wider impact on our bodies, affecting everything from our metabolism to our cardiovascular health. In the next part of our coffee journey, we'll delve into these fascinating aspects, exploring both the potential benefits and drawbacks of making coffee a part of your daily routine. So grab your favorite mug, settle in, and get ready to dive deeper into the fascinating world of coffee. Now, let's shift gears and talk about how coffee affects your metabolism. Coffee has this remarkable ability to give your metabolism a little nudge, encouraging it to work a bit more efficiently. This metabolic boost is primarily attributed to caffeine. Caffeine stimulates the release of adrenaline, leading to increased calorie expenditure. Coffee can temporarily make you burn more calories throughout the day, even at rest. However, moderate coffee consumption, coupled with a healthy diet and regular exercise, can be a helpful tool in your weight management journey. Now let's address coffee's impact on cardiovascular health. For years, coffee was demonized for potentially increasing the risk of heart disease, but recent research paints a more nuanced picture. While caffeine can temporarily raise blood pressure and heart rate, these effects are usually mild and short-lived. Some studies suggest that regular moderate coffee consumption might not be harmful to your heart and could even offer some protective benefits. Coffee is rich in antioxidants, which combat harmful free radicals in our bodies. However, excessive coffee consumption can still put a strain on your heart, especially if you have pre-existing heart conditions. Let's take a journey to an often overlooked part of our body, the gut. Coffee, particularly when consumed on an empty stomach, can stimulate the production of stomach acid. While this is generally a good thing, for some individuals with sensitive stomachs, it can lead to heartburn or indigestion. Interestingly, coffee also seems to have a prebiotic effect, influencing the composition of our gut microbiota. Research suggests that coffee consumption might promote the growth of beneficial gut bacteria, which can have a positive ripple effect on our overall health. As we've seen, coffee's effects on the body are multifaceted and can vary significantly from person to person. The key takeaway here is that finding your coffee sweet spot is crucial. Pay attention to how your body responds to coffee. Do you feel energized and focused after a cup or two, or do you experience anxiety, jitters, or difficulty sleeping? Experiment with different amounts and timings to see what works best for you. Remember, coffee should enhance your day, not hinder it. Now, let's dive into some of the unexpected ways coffee can benefit your physical health. Beyond the boost to energy and metabolism, research suggests that regular coffee consumption might be linked to a reduced risk of developing certain chronic diseases. For example, studies have shown a correlation between coffee consumption and a lower risk of type 2 diabetes. Coffee is chock full of antioxidants, which protect our cells from damage caused by harmful free radicals. These antioxidants have been linked to a reduced risk of several types of cancer, including liver, colorectal, and breast cancer. It's important to note that these potential health benefits are generally associated with moderate coffee consumption. As with most things in life, balance is key. For all you fitness enthusiasts out there, listen up. Coffee might just be your new workout buddy. Caffeine, the star player in coffee, has been shown to enhance athletic performance in a number of ways. Caffeine acts as a stimulant, increasing alertness, focus, and even pain tolerance. This can be particularly beneficial during strenuous workouts, helping you push through fatigue and achieve better results. Studies have shown that caffeine can improve endurance, strength, and even reduce perceived exertion. However, it's crucial to time your caffeine intake strategically. Experiment with different timings to find what works best for you. While coffee offers a plethora of potential benefits, it's essential to acknowledge that it can have drawbacks, especially when consumed in excess. One of the most common side effects of excessive caffeine intake is disrupted sleep. Caffeine can interfere with the production of melatonin, making it difficult to fall asleep and stay asleep. If you're sensitive to caffeine, it's best to avoid coffee in the hours leading up to bedtime. Furthermore, caffeine can exacerbate anxiety symptoms in some individuals. Moderating your intake or opting for decaffeinated coffee can help mitigate these effects. Make sure to drink plenty of water throughout the day, especially if you're a regular coffee drinker. As we've explored, coffee can have both positive and negative effects on our bodies, and finding the right balance is key. The amount of coffee that's considered moderate can vary depending on factors like age, genetics, and tolerance levels. For most adults, up to 400 milligrams of caffeine per day, roughly equivalent to 4 cups of brewed coffee, is generally considered safe. If you experience any negative side effects like anxiety, insomnia, or digestive issues, consider reducing your intake or opting for decaffeinated coffee. And if you have any underlying health conditions, consult with your doctor before making any significant changes to your coffee consumption. Ultimately, coffee can be a delightful and even healthy part of your daily routine when enjoyed in moderation. Let's talk about the intricate dance between coffee and sleep. While coffee can be a godsend for those early mornings, its effects on our sleep can be a bit of a double-edged sword. Caffeine can linger in your system for several hours, interfering with your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. Caffeine suppresses melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. If you're sensitive to caffeine, even a cup of coffee in the afternoon can disrupt your sleep later that night. Experiment with different cutoff times to see what works best for you. Now let's delve into coffee's complex relationship with stress and anxiety. While coffee is often associated with feelings of alertness and focus, which can be beneficial in managing daily stressors, its effects on our mental state can be a bit of a mixed bag. You see, caffeine stimulates the release of cortisol, our body's primary stress hormone. Cortisol, in moderate amounts, is essential for our survival, helping us respond to threats and challenges. However, when cortisol levels remain chronically elevated, it can lead to a whole host of problems, including anxiety, insomnia, and even weight gain. For some individuals, particularly those who are sensitive to caffeine or prone to anxiety, coffee can exacerbate these feelings. The stimulating effects of caffeine can trigger the release of adrenaline, leading to a racing heart, sweaty palms, and that all-too-familiar feeling of unease. However, it's important to note that not everyone experiences these negative effects. Some people find that coffee helps them feel more alert and focused, which can be beneficial in managing stressful situations. As always, it's crucial to listen to your body and be mindful of how coffee makes you feel. As we've seen, coffee's impact on our mental well-being is multifaceted and can vary significantly from person to person. What might be a mood booster for one individual could trigger anxiety or insomnia in another. The key is to be aware of these potential effects and adjust your coffee consumption accordingly. If you find that coffee enhances your mood, improves your focus, and doesn't interfere with your sleep, then by all means enjoy your daily cuppa. However, if you notice any negative effects, such as increased anxiety, jitters, or disrupted sleep, it's essential to take a step back and reevaluate your coffee habits. Experiment with different amounts and timings to see what works best for you. You might find that reducing your overall caffeine intake, switching to decaffeinated coffee, or avoiding coffee altogether in the hours leading up to bedtime makes a significant difference in your mental well-being. Remember, coffee should complement your life, not control it. By listening to your body and making informed choices about your caffeine consumption, you can enjoy the benefits of coffee without compromising your mental health. So, there you have it, science fans. We've journeyed through the fascinating world of coffee, uncovering its secrets and exploring its profound effects on our bodies and minds. From that initial energy boost to its potential long-term health implications, coffee has proven to be a complex and captivating beverage. We've learned that coffee can be a double-edged sword, offering both benefits and drawbacks, and that finding the right balance is key to enjoying its perks without experiencing any adverse effects. Moderate coffee consumption has been linked to a reduced risk of developing certain diseases, improved cognitive function, and even enhanced athletic performance. However, we've also discovered that excessive caffeine intake can disrupt sleep, exacerbate anxiety, and lead to other unpleasant side effects. The key takeaway here is to listen to your body, be mindful of your caffeine intake, and make informed choices that align with your individual needs and preferences. Coffee, in its purest form, is more than just a drink. It's a social lubricant, a source of comfort, and for many, an integral part of their daily rituals. It's a beverage that has captured the hearts and minds of people across cultures and continents, fostering connections and sparking countless conversations. As with most things in life, moderation and balance are key when it comes to enjoying the benefits of coffee without succumbing to its potential drawbacks. While that morning cuppa might seem like a non-negotiable part of your routine, it's essential to be mindful of how much caffeine you're consuming throughout the day and how your body responds to it. If you're sensitive to caffeine or prone to anxiety, you might find that limiting your coffee intake, opting for decaffeinated coffee, or avoiding coffee altogether in the hours leading up to bedtime can make a world of difference in your overall well-being. Experiment with different strategies to find what works best for you. Remember, coffee should enhance your life, not hinder it. If you're experiencing any negative side effects, don't hesitate to cut back or talk to your doctor. And if you're unsure about your coffee intake, it's always wise to err on the side of caution and moderate your consumption. After all, your health and well-being are paramount. The world of coffee is vast and ever-evolving, with new brewing methods, flavor profiles, and scientific discoveries constantly emerging. Embrace the opportunity to explore this fascinating beverage with a sense of curiosity and a commitment to making informed choices that support your health and happiness. Well, folks, that brings us to the end of our coffee adventure. I hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into the captivating world of coffee as much as I have. Remember, knowledge is power, and by understanding how this beloved beverage affects our bodies and minds, we can make informed choices that support our overall well-being. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on coffee? Has this video changed your perspective on this ubiquitous beverage? Share your experiences, insights, and burning coffee-related questions in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going. And remember, whether you're a seasoned coffee connoisseur or just starting to explore the world of caffeine, always approach coffee with a sense of curiosity, moderation, and a thirst for knowledge. Cheers to that!